perfectionism is the opposite of progress. Like when
Absolutely.
you're trying to be perfect and everything, it really hinders your progress in anything that you do.
Inspiration follows action. It's not the other way around. Start, just act.
Clint, welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Glad to be here.
So today we're here to be able to talk about an awesome book that you recommended to me that I was really impressed with. The book is called The War of Art. And I knew you were pretty enthusiastic about sharing this book with me because I don't even think I asked you about it. So you showed up to my house and dropped it off. I started reading it immediately. I got sucked into the book pretty quick. I really enjoyed it. I wanted to bring you on the podcast today to be able to get your perspective on the book, on how it was so impactful in your life, why it was impactful, and how it changed your life.
Yeah, man. So the reason I dropped it off to you, this is a book that I keep multiple copies in my office just because I'll give to clients. It's been that life-changing for me. So the main premise of the book is resistance, overcoming resistance, talks about what resistance is, and you and I have talked about this in the past. The coolest thing is the fact that it's putting a name to an enemy instead of us focusing on, self-sabotage. Oh, it's me. I'm being lazy. I'm doing this. No, you're facing an external force, resistance. How do we overcome it, and what does that lead to?
I really enjoyed how you put that together when you talked to me about it, about doing exactly that, being able to put a face to the enemy, like understanding that you're not self-sabotaging yourself. There's an external force that's trying to bring you down, which in the book he calls resistance. It's the reason that you're not doing your to-do list, that you're procrastinating. So what in the book and in your words, what is the definition of resistance? What is it?
So in the book, he talks about how resistance can manifest itself, and there's a lot of different ways. A lot of people, it's going to be procrastination. For me personally, it's two things. It's perfectionism and rationalization. So the way that I'm wired, if I have a task to complete, instead of jumping into it and getting started on it, I'll figure out how to become an expert on it first. I'll do tons of research. I'll get myself organized. I'll spend all this time preparing to start instead of just starting. That's a form of resistance. Rationalization. So I've got something outside I need to get taken care of. I'll walk outside. Oh, I should probably organize my garage first. That's not being lazy. You're not just going and sitting on the couch. You're still doing something, but that's still resistance. It's keeping you from accomplishing the goal. So the main thing is it's going to come up in many different forms, and it's going to do its absolute best to keep you from accomplishing what you should be doing.
I really liked how you said that perfectionism is resistance, because I believe truly to my core that perfectionism is the opposite of progress. Like
Absolutely.
when you're trying to be perfect and everything, it really hinders your progress in anything that you do.
Could not agree more.
I really love whenever I'm trying to do something is like, hey, let's be bad at it.
Yep.
Let's suck, and then let's make improvements.
I always say start messy, start stupid, just start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like how many times are people having so much more success in life because they're just doing it, whether they're good or bad at it? Like how many times have you seen somebody on the internet, on television, or just anywhere that you're like, I could do such a better job than that guy, but like, why is he having so much more success than me? And it's because he's not falling victim to resistance, right? Like the resistance is not holding him back. Like he's actually doing it. So it's such a powerful word, and it's such nice just to be able to put a face to it. And any time that you're trying to accomplish any action, and just knowing that it's there, right? And you can hear it in your head, and you're like, all right, it's there, and it's showing up. I really wanted to know, like, some personal examples of you in your life that this has come up since you've read the book, like where you're like, all right, this, and it was impactful and helpful in your life since you've read it.
So it comes up, all the time. Now that I've read it several times, it's a daily thing. The first time that I was able to recognize and put a name to it, after I read the book the very first time, there was a tree My wife and I always talk about the tree. We had a tree in our front yard that was needing to be taken down. It was dead, and I had been putting it off forever. I would go to start on it, and I would come up with a reason to not do it, do something different, rationalization. So I read the book, and I was thinking about the tree the whole time. Finished it, went outside, took the tree down. Come back inside. My wife's friend is over talking about painting her cabinets. I look at our cabinets, they're ugly brown. It was our first house. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to paint our cabinets. So I go in and paint our cabinets. A couple days later, they're finished. My cousin's a realtor, was over at the house, had seen them. He's like, oh, your kitchen looks great. Everything's painted. You thinking about listing your house? I'm like, we weren't thinking about listing our house, but, you know, if you have an offer, we'll hear it. 2 days later, we have an offer. We, fast forward, we buy a lot in our neighborhood. Can't afford to buy a house. I need to figure out how to build a house, get my license. And it just spiraled. That's a big topic in the book is inspiration follows action. It's not the other way around. Start, just act. Inspiration will come to you. So we give so much credit to that tree because it led us down a path to where we look up and a couple years later, like, how did we get here? Just start.
Inspiration follows action. That is really good. I've never even heard that before. But it's so true because if really in the morning, something that I have always tried to do is in the morning is one way or another, like when I wake up, is to make my bed. And the reason why is like I make my bed and it starts me off on a good day where like, all right, I got that done. That felt pretty good. All right, now I'm going to pick up after myself. Now I'm going to go get my to-do list in. So it starts you on a good rhythm like you were talking about, like where you went from cutting that tree, doing your cabinets, selling your house, buying a lot. Like it all starts falling into place, right? But like you said, inspiration follows action. That's beautiful. Really well put together. I love it. And I think that really what's stopping people, the stopping people from starting to getting that ball spiraling, getting the actions going is resistance because they don't make it past first base. You're trying to get that first idea going, trying to get it rolling. Things like you were talking about, things like procrastination, perfectionism, all those things, trying to be too rational in the decision. Those are all resistance stopping you from just getting it started.
Yep, absolutely.
So that was really, really powerful on the book. Is there anything else that you got from the book that was like very impactful to you that you think that the audience should know about and why they should read it and how you believe it will impact their life?
Yeah, so I think there's levels to it like anything else. You can use it as a kind of a daily checking things off your to-do list. The way that I've kind of evolved to think about resistance is using it as a compass for where I should be going. So anytime I feel resistance to doing something, I know that that's what I should be doing. I kind of use that fear as my compass to say, hey, the worse it feels, the more important it is. So I kind of let it guide me, and it's been working out well thus far. Every time I feel fear, I know, okay, that's resistance. Let's go.
And you're overcoming it right by the awareness, being aware of it, and it's a little bit painful, like you said. It's a little scary. It's a little fearful because you're killing off your own self, and
absolutely.
You're recreating yourself, right, and a better version every time. And that's why there's pain involved in it. And the awareness is key because if you're aware that, all right, there is a force trying to stop me, right? There is a force that he calls in the book resistant, trying to stop you of who you should be. And once you put a face to it, it's like, all right, he's not going to bring me down, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to overcome this.
Yep.
It's trying to stop me. And the awareness is super key. So I loved it. It was a great book. I definitely recommend it to everybody. One of the things that nobody really realizes is that just like when you're working out your body in the gym and you're creating resistance in the muscles and they're growing, you're doing the same thing in your brain,
That's
right?
a great
Your brain
point.
is consistently causing resistance and friction in everything that you're trying to do, and you need to grow it by overcoming
That's
it.
exactly right. It's a muscle.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
a muscle.
That's a very good analogy.
So I highly recommend the book, everybody. We want to be making some more of these podcasts, and we'll be reviewing other books, but for now, give this a try. It's The War of Art by Steven Pressfield.
Yep.
So I want to thank Clint for being here today. Thank you so much for being here. We hope to see you here in the future.
Enjoyed it, man. Thanks a lot.
Awesome.